All right, so welcome. Welcome to our Wednesday wellness afternoon. We'll be here for about 15, maybe 20 minutes of a mindfulness meditation practice. And what I wanted to start with today's discussion, brief discussion, is just that I don't think that there's really any of us that lack a desire for mindfulness. I don't think any of us lack um, an interest in having more peace and more calm in our lives. What I think we question though is how to get it or how to keep it or how to keep keeping it. So maybe there have been times where we've gotten into a good flow and then it goes somewhere else. So I just wanted to briefly touch on number one, acknowledging and honoring that the desire lives within us, and that it's really about finding these ways to support the path to keep the practice going. So the things that I wanted to mention real briefly are, number one, when we're talking about how do I stay mindful? How do I come back to more peace and clarity? How do I stay with a meditation practice? The number one tip that I want to just offer today is to be kind to yourself. So really finding more gentleness, more kindness, more love, more compassion, which seems sort of simplistic, but it's actually a very powerful practice. That's the thing I just wanted to start with, is just to say to be kind with yourself, to acknowledge the desire is there, and that desire over time will lead you and you'll find the tools that you need. Secondly, accountability of some kind can be really, really helpful. So even if you just find a friend who also wants to meditate and you say, hey, let's start some goal for ourselves, and we'll text each other, and say that we did it that day or that we struggled and we didn't fit it in. But some sort of accountability, group accountability, tends to be particularly helpful. I certainly have a Facebook group that can help with accountability. I'm going to start to put a little bit more energy into that group for myself. So if you'd like to join that, you can let me know. And then also, I just wanted to give some very short, quick, brief ideas on meditation that are maybe not quite what we tend to think of. We tend to think of sitting in silent meditation, which we will be practicing in a few moments, but there are lots of different ways to meditate. So while you just take this next few deep cycles of breath, you can just sort of take in these other ideas that maybe you're not practicing or haven't really thought of or heard of as in relation to meditation. So one of the favorite ways that I like to suggest meditating at home, if you're looking for something different or you're needing something new, or you really haven't started a practice and you're not sure where to start, is just to take a few moments, maybe at night when your day is done and it's behind you and it's quiet, and put on some music and close your eyes, maybe sit, maybe lie down, maybe stand. Just put on something soft and relaxing and just start to move. So moving in connection to what your body is speaking to you can be incredibly meditative. So it's a different approach, and sometimes we can actually find a lot of power in moving our bodies intuitively, and that might actually lead us to having more mindfulness practices if just sitting in silence is feeling like a bit of a struggle. So another meditation practice that I love to share, I learned from Terry Walters, is a 3-part meditation practice. And that is to ask yourself these 3 questions. I generally coach to do them while you're taking maybe a nice slow nature walk. And that is, who am I? What do I want? And what is my purpose? And so you'll notice it's what do I want, not what do I need. So we want to keep tapping into that desire. Who am I? What do I want? And what is my purpose? So it's just another technique for bringing in more meditation and mindfulness into your life. I am aware of is a meditation technique that I learned from a teacher when I took a retreat, and that is simply to close your eyes and start to say what you're aware of. I am aware of my seat underneath me. I am aware of my elbow resting on the edge of this chair. I'm aware that I have a pen in my hand. And you just start to bring yourself into this present moment, noticing, again, maybe the breeze coming in through the window. And as you stay with it, your awareness will deepen beyond these sort of ancillary external things. And at the same time, these ancillary external things are actually quite powerful because they're what's happening in the present moment. And so those are just a few quick tips. I certainly have more, but I just wanted to give a few ideas, coming up with some words like letting go, or I am, or be here, using an app like Insight Timer or Calm. I know I say those a lot, but they can be incredibly helpful. So just wanted to offer those briefly today as a little bit of planting of seeds. Just if you're feeling like you want to get a little bit more meditation or mindfulness practice into your life, those are some more ideas. And now we'll go ahead, and I just want to shift into sort of going back to where I started, which is to be kind to yourself. So I want to read a poem today on that topic about loving yourself, and then we'll have our practice time for being just silent and with ourselves, and any of the things I just briefly discussed. If you want to call them in, the awareness meditation you can certainly use, using words to ground you, or simply just breathing, giving yourself a pause. So go ahead and close your eyes if you haven't already done that. I'm going to be reading a poem. I actually don't know who the author is, so I'm going to work on finding that. I could not find it in my brief search. And I do always want to give credit to the author, but the poem is entitled Self-Love. So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just let your body soften a bit. Let your body be held somewhere by your seat, by your chair, by your bed, by your couch, wherever you are. Let your shoulders soften. And as I read this poem, it's always a reminder that this is an invitation. This poem, these words might resonate with you, they might not. Let them be whatever they're meant to be for you. Self-love. I looked in the mirror. I saw not just a face, but a reflection of my past, accomplishments laced with mistakes. I saw one space collecting all of my fears. I saw tears held back. I love yous held back too. How many years I have not known myself. As long as it has taken to get back to you, I would retrace every step just so that I could be here to say I love you. Because now I know the truth. Love runs deep in the veins of the pulsing universe. Love is my name, and I'll not soon forget who I see when I catch my reflection gazing back at me. Love is my name, and I'll not soon forget who I see when I catch my reflection gazing back at me. A short quote from Rune Lazuli. I am not looking to escape my darkness. I am learning to love myself there. I am not looking to escape my darkness. I am learning to love myself there. So again, this compassionate reminder that wherever you find yourself on your mindfulness practice, wherever you find yourself today, in your job, on your path, just this offering to be kind, and to take that kindness and love inward. So we'll go ahead and spend these next 5 or 6 minutes in silent meditation. I'll add some music on for you. And go ahead and again, maybe breathe deeply to transition. Notice your breath. And these next few moments to spend time with yourself. Maybe even spend time being kind with yourself. And you'll spend these next few moments being present, calling yourself back to being present. I'll take my voice out, and you'll hear my voice again at the end of our silent practice. Continue for another moment, spending time with yourself, calling yourself back into the here, the now, the present. Take a few deep cycles of breath. In these last few cycles of breath, continue to offer yourself kindness, compassion, perhaps even a softening of another muscle or muscle, softening shoulders, breathing deeply into yourself, offering again kindness and compassion to self. And as we close out this short meditation, maybe just tapping in and noticing, how did a few moments, 5, 6 moments, how did it feel to slow down and to pause? Just notice. Let your body receive that. And as you go back into your day and into tomorrow, as you recognize your own desire for mindfulness, for peace, for calm, for pausing more, just remember, start off number one by being kind. Just that you notice that desire. That desire will lead you to find the tools and support you need, and to stay being kind, compassionate to yourself is a really beautiful and powerful practice. So I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and invite you to join me every Wednesday at 12:30. Be well.